Archangel Michael says, a powerful force has been moving silently, crafting something beyond your imagination. You have been walking through your days feeling unseen, misunderstood, and perhaps even abandoned, but heaven was never silent. There is a heart that has been quietly beating for you, a hand writing miracles in the shadows, preparing a moment that will change everything you thought you knew about being loved. As you went about your battles, crying in places no one else could see, a secret operation began. God assigned a destiny mover to you, someone you believed forgot about you long ago. Their heart could not ignore the calling placed upon them by heaven's own decree. Now, at this destined hour, the heavens have decided that the veil will lift, and you will finally see how cherished you have always been. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The sadness you carried was heavy because you thought you were alone in the fight. But Archangel Michael says, loneliness was an illusion the enemy used to blind you from the truth. Every tear you shed watered the seeds of a garden blooming in a place your human eyes could not yet reach. Each moment you thought you were being forgotten was, in truth, a moment of divine strategy being perfected. The hands you once held in happier times, the memories you thought were lost, are not wasted. The one you thought was silent has been in the background, weaving opportunities, speaking your name into rooms you've never entered. They have not been idle, they have been aligning resources, preparing spaces, opening doors that would have stayed shut without them. Soon, the sky above your life will split open with the proof of this hidden devotion. Type Amen to get blessing 647. You are standing on the trembling edge of a miracle. You cannot see it yet because miracles often form in the unseen, much like roots growing deep in hidden soil before bursting forth. Your faith has sustained what your eyes were too limited to understand. Every private cry, every lonely night, every prayer whispered into the darkness has been recorded. The soul you feared had forgotten you was instructed by divine hands to move mountains in your name. They were shown visions, urged by unseen whispers, pushed by sacred winds toward actions you could not witness. Heaven made sure that no blessing attached to your name could be permanently delayed. Archangel Michael says, the appointed moment is racing toward you faster than you realize. Type Amen to get blessing 1157. The enemy wanted you to believe you had no advocates, that no one cared enough to act on your behalf. But the truth is louder than the lies if you listen with your spirit. A sacred contract was written in unseen ink between God and a heart He selected to help birth your blessing. This person has been stretched, tested, and transformed to become the vessel strong enough to carry what is coming your way. You were never abandoned, you were being positioned. You were not forgotten, you were being protected. You were not cast aside, you were being preserved for something bigger than your broken heart could comprehend. The clock is ticking toward an unveiling so radiant that even your past pain will bow before your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 1288. The one who was meant to help you could not step forward before now because they too were undergoing a holy refinement. Timing is everything in God's orchestration, and premature revelation would have damaged the blessing. Trust that the delay was divine, and the hidden preparation was necessary for the magnitude of what is about to arrive. Your story is not being rewritten, it is being completed exactly as heaven scripted. Every betrayal you suffered was a training ground, not a tomb. Every closed door was a shield, not a punishment. Every lonely hour was a classroom, not a curse. You are now ready to recognize the weight of love God is about to pour into your life. Type Amen to get blessing 889. This person, whose spirit has been tied to your destiny, has carried a silent burden for you. They have interceded for you without your knowledge, fought battles you never saw, and made decisions based on a love you thought had died. Now the seal of hiddenness is being broken, and their actions will no longer remain anonymous. Prepare your heart to receive an apology, a gift, a restoration, or an opportunity beyond what you asked for. The hand of God is in this meeting. The angels have already arranged the steps that will lead you back into alignment with what you thought was lost. Archangel Michael says, a feast of joy is being prepared where mourning once sat. You will not recognize your life once this revelation unfolds. Type Amen to get blessing 2444. The old you, the one who accepted crumbs, who lived with doubt, who tolerated neglect, is gone. The new you is standing up now, stretching toward the divine truth that you are deeply loved, chosen, and protected. You are not waiting for love to find you, love has been building a throne to seat you upon. Every heartbeat of heaven has been synchronized with your restoration. Let the whispers of fear fall silent, for they have no place in the masterpiece unfolding. Let the doubts lose their grip, for they have no authority over the destiny sealed by God. Let the sorrows dissolve, for they were only meant to water the roots of your coming joy. Your spirit is stepping into a cathedral of celebration that was built while you wept. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The ground under you is trembling not with fear but with holy anticipation. What you sense now is not the end, but the sound of chains breaking, barriers falling, old wounds being sealed by divine hands. The orchestrator of this blessing is someone you dismissed as absent, but God wrote their return into your story long before you cried your first tear. Nothing is happening by accident. Your life was never about surviving storms, it was about preparing you to dance in the rain of blessings. You were fashioned for more than pain, you were created to become a lighthouse for others who are drowning in despair. Your testimony will not only save you, it will illuminate the path for others who have grown weary. This is bigger than your emotions, this is about divine destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 411. The celebration that awaits you is not just personal, it is cosmic. Angels are preparing to sing over you as heavens will collide perfectly with earth's reality. All that is heavy is about to be lifted, all that is broken is about to be mended. The sound you hear in your spirit is the shattering of limits you thought you had to live within. Your financial restrictions are breaking. Your emotional barriers are being dismantled. Your spiritual chains are snapping one by one. Your life will be a canvas painted with the fingerprints of miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Archangel Michael says, a final layer of protection has just been placed around you. Nothing formed against this new season of your life can prosper because it is sealed by heavenly decree. You will find that people who once ignored you are now seeking your presence. You will notice blessings that seem to skip you now chasing you down without effort. The divine delay was a setup, not a setback. The hidden work being done on your behalf was preparing a runway, not a roadblock. You were never being punished, you were being prepared for a greater unveiling. And now the curtains are being pulled back to reveal what was crafted in love. Type Amen to get blessing 1113. The hearts that once closed against you are opening like flowers in morning sun. The doors that seemed rusted shut are swinging wide with effortless grace. The dreams you buried in disappointment are being resurrected with new life. The air around you is thick with the scent of divine fulfillment. Breathe deeply, for this is the fragrance of answered prayers. Walk boldly, for the path has been cleared by angels. Hope fiercely, for you are no longer walking blind, you are walking blessed. The time of silent sowing has ended, the season of abundant reaping is here. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. Everything you thought was broken beyond repair is being rewritten in golden ink. Everything you feared was lost forever is being returned with interest. Everything you suffered in silence is being rewarded with visible glory. Nothing was wasted, and nothing will be missing when God's plan is fully revealed. You are stepping into a season so lush with favor that your past losses will become faint echoes. Your future is demanding that your past pain let go of you. Your destiny is summoning you forward with a trumpet of victory you cannot ignore. This moment has been handcrafted for you. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. You are about to encounter the proof that love, real love, never stops fighting. The heart that has been battling for you behind the scenes is about to emerge from the shadows. Their love will not come as a whisper but as a roar of undeniable truth. And you will finally understand why the battles were so fierce. It was always about protecting something this precious. The unveiling will be so stunning that even your enemies will be silenced. The restoration will be so thorough that even your deepest scars will sing. The joy will be so overwhelming that your past tears will feel like distant mist. God has saved the best for this very moment in your life. Type Amen to get blessing 1359. The one you thought forgot you was never far. They were hidden for a time to protect the masterpiece God was preparing. The steps they take toward you now are ordered, deliberate, and soaked in divine timing. You will not miss what is coming, and what is coming will not miss you. Prepare your heart for the collision of heaven's promises with your earthly reality. Get ready to be embraced, celebrated, honored, and loved beyond what your mind can comprehend. Get ready for your name to be spoken in rooms where blessings are decided. Get ready for the spotlight of favor to shine upon you without apology. Because the one who loves you most never stopped fighting for you. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. Archangel Michael says, the movement toward you has already begun, even if your human eyes have not caught it yet. Behind smiles, behind meetings, behind mysterious messages you dismissed, heaven has been stirring people and circumstances to collide in your favor. This is not a coincidence. This is the divine signature of a God who remembers every silent tear you cried. The person assigned to bless you is being drawn by invisible cords they cannot resist. They find themselves thinking of you at odd hours, feeling the pull to check on you, to bless you, to stand by you. They have questions they cannot even frame because their heart is operating under divine compulsion. What is about to happen will feel like a dream at first, but trust, it is your reality breaking open. Type Amen to get blessing 3323. The day you dreaded, the day you feared would never come, is already scheduled in the heavens. The hour of recognition is moving toward you with urgency and authority. Your name has been echoed in their spirit like a song they cannot stop humming. This is more than nostalgia, this is a holy summons. You are being called into rooms where your presence was always meant to shine. You are being pulled into circles where your voice will be respected, where your heart will be safe. You are being lifted from forgotten places into the spotlight of divine appointments. And all of it was written long before your worries were born. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. The hands that will extend to you were once hesitant, confused, and unsure. But now they have been strengthened by divine conviction, purified by sacred fire. They come now not as beggars or manipulators, but as messengers of restoration. They come bearing gifts that only heaven could have orchestrated. There will be letters written, confessions made, doors opened, promises fulfilled. You will stand stunned at the thoroughness with which God redeems what you thought was destroyed. Every shattered hope will be collected and glued back together with golden seams of grace. Your brokenness will become your badge of honor, not your shame. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Archangel Michael says, this person was allowed to be hidden until your soul matured enough to handle the weight of the blessing they bring. Had they come earlier, you would have mishandled the gift or missed the magnitude. But now, your heart is seasoned, your discernment sharpened, your capacity enlarged. You are ready for the flood of love, favor, and opportunity rushing toward you. What was once postponed is now prioritized. What once felt denied is now divinely delivered. What once seemed like an impossible reunion is now an inevitable reality. Heaven has sounded the trumpet over your life. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. The person behind your coming blessing carries regrets that only your forgiveness can heal. Their silence was not cruelty, it was a painful waiting ordained for perfect timing. They are coming now not because they miss the old version of you, but because they recognize the elevation on your life. Their spirit acknowledges your growth, your glow, your undeniable favor. They will bring apologies wrapped in sincerity, not manipulation. They will come with actions, not just words, proving their heart has been changed. They will offer their hands not to take from you, but to lift you higher. This is not a repetition of past mistakes, this is a resurrection of destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. You will be tempted to feel overwhelmed by how suddenly everything shifts. But remember, sudden blessings are often the fruit of long seasons of invisible battles. You sowed in sorrow, now you will reap in rejoicing. You labored in obscurity, now you will dance in visibility. The stories told about you in secret rooms will be rewritten by truth. The lies whispered behind your back will be silenced by undeniable fruit. The misunderstandings you suffered quietly will be corrected by public honor. What was meant to bury you has only fertilized your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. This hidden benefactor, this unseen champion of your destiny, has been wrestling with timing, fear, and spiritual warfare. They battled doubt, distance, and disbelief, but God's hand never released them from your assignment. Now the final battle has been won, and they are being loosed into your life like a wave of restoration. Their arrival will feel like an earthquake of love shaking the foundations of your reality. You will no longer have to explain your worth to people. You will no longer have to beg to be chosen or plead to be seen. You are about to be celebrated by the very ones who once questioned your significance. The stage of your destiny is set, the spotlight of heaven is upon you. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. The orchestration is so perfect that you will laugh through tears of disbelief. You will feel the heavy chains of suspicion, fear, and bitterness fall off your soul. You will embrace the truth that God was working, even when you felt abandoned. Nothing was random, everything was reverently and meticulously aligned. The conversations will be tender yet powerful. The apologies will be humbling but healing. The gestures will be simple yet heavy with meaning. Every step will be marked with the fingerprints of heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 50-50. Archangel Michael says, the floodgates are not just opening, they are breaking apart with force. Blessings that were dammed up by demonic interference are now rushing toward you. There is no more waiting, no more delaying, no more second guessing. The moment for manifestation is now. You will receive unexpected calls, divine invitations, surprise encounters. You will find yourself smiling for no reason, feeling lighter, freer, more alive. You will wake up to mornings soaked in purpose, nights saturated in gratitude. Your life will hum with the melody of miracles fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 6006. The person you are about to encounter has been prepared in silence to fit your spirit perfectly. They understand now what they could not see before. They are ready now to carry the weight of the connection ordained by heaven. This meeting will not be shallow, it will be sacred. They are not coming to rescue you, you rescued yourself through perseverance and faith. They are coming to partner with the new version of you, to amplify what God has already begun. This is not a detour back into old pain, this is a journey into deeper purpose. Every step forward will feel lighter because love will walk beside you. Type Amen to get blessing 8484. The heaviness that clung to you for years is lifting. The doubts that plagued your mind are dissolving. The loneliness that tried to convince you that you were forgotten is being replaced with undeniable affection. You will wonder why you ever believed you were alone. The tears you cried alone will now be cried together in moments of reunion and healing. The nights you spent doubting yourself will now be crowned with celebrations of how far you have come. The lies that told you love forgot about you are being drowned by overwhelming proof that you were always remembered. Every corner of your heart that felt abandoned will now be inhabited with divine reassurance. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The day of encounter will come wrapped in simplicity, but the air around it will be electric with destiny. You may not recognize it at first because it will feel almost too good, too healing, too divine to be real. But your spirit will recognize the vibration, the silent frequency of answered prayers humming all around. Archangel Michael says, when your eyes meet, it will be as if time folds in on itself. Everything unspoken will leap between your souls like an unbreakable bridge. No words will be needed to explain the weight of what is about to happen. Love will speak a language only your hearts can understand. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. The person who has been moving behind the scenes for your sake will come with a trembling heart. They will not come pretending perfection, they will come bearing their vulnerabilities like offerings. They will look at you with a mixture of regret and awe, grateful that grace held you intact through it all. You will see it in their eyes before they say a word, they never truly left you. The first words they speak will be soaked with more meaning than entire books could contain. They will apologize without excuses, without blame shifting, without pride. Their voice may crack, their hands may shake, but their heart will be steady, unwavering. They will tell you that you were never out of their prayers, never out of their mind, never out of their destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Tears will rise unbidden from your spirit, not tears of sorrow, but tears of long-awaited relief. The dam that held back your hope will break open, flooding you with a peace that feels almost unbearable in its sweetness. You will realize that even your most private battles were never truly fought alone. Someone's love has been standing guard over your dreams all along. They will speak of moments when they were about to reach out but felt heaven say, not yet. They will recount dreams they had of you, nudges they could not ignore, visions they dared not trust until now. You will realize how intricately God wove your hearts into a tapestry of destiny. The broken road was not a punishment, it was the only path to this divine intersection. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. There will be no accusations, no heavy demands, no reopening of old wounds. There will only be healing, only light, only the kind of honesty that creates gardens where wastelands once reigned. Every moment of agony you endured will feel worth it in the face of this sacred meeting. Every silent night you thought was wasted will be redeemed with 1,000 sunrises of joy. Archangel Michael says, you will be offered something tangible, perhaps a gift, a letter, an opportunity, symbolic of everything they wished they could have given sooner. Accept it without hesitation, for it is a seed of future blessings, not a consolation prize. Their trembling hand is heaven's instrument, delivering a piece of the reward for your unwavering faith. You are not receiving leftovers, you are receiving a harvest that was protected in the sacred fields of delay. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. As they speak, you will feel the armor around your heart crumble. The defenses you built to survive will no longer be necessary in the presence of this love. You will stand in the fullness of your strength, not as a victim, but as a victorious soul kissed by destiny. Nothing will be able to separate you from the love heaven has commanded into your life. Their eyes will not look at you with pity but with reverence. They will see not just your beauty, but your resilience, your brilliance, your sacred calling. They will not just admire your victories, they will honor the scars you earned along the way. Together, you will step into a future more magnificent than your wildest prayers could have painted. Type Amen to get blessing 6565. The first days after this reunion will feel surreal, like you are walking through dreams that have finally remembered how to breathe. You will catch yourself smiling for no reason, laughing with a freedom you forgot you possessed. Old burdens will feel like distant memories, shadows shrinking under the blazing sun of restoration. The very air around you will seem sweeter, lighter, alive with new possibilities. You will not rush this unfolding. You will savor every second, every word, every laugh, every shared silence. You will let the restoration drip like golden honey into every crack left behind by old wounds. This is not just a new chapter, this is an entirely new book written by hands that never abandoned you. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Their presence will feel like a lighthouse finally lit after long storms. You will lean into the trust you once feared was impossible. You will feel safe again, not because the world changed, but because your spirit finally recognizes its home. Everything you feared was impossible will now be placed tenderly in your hands. The healing between you will ripple outward like waves. Family wounds, friendship ruptures, old conflicts will start dissolving under the influence of this restored love. Your circle will be saturated with new peace, new hope, new beginnings. You will see evidence of God's fingerprints on every area of your life. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. Archangel Michael says, your life will not simply improve, it will transform. The landscapes you thought were barren will bloom with unexpected beauty. The dreams you thought had died will sprout new, stronger roots. The parts of your heart you locked away will burst open like gardens at dawn. This hidden benefactor will not come to control your future, they will come to honor it. They will not restrict your wings, they will marvel at your flight. They will not ask you to diminish your light, they will shield you so you shine even brighter. You will soar higher than you ever dreamed, and you will not fly alone. Type Amen to get blessing 5959. This love, this restoration, this breakthrough is not a reward for perfection, it is a testimony of grace. You did not have to earn it, you only had to survive the waiting. You did not have to chase it, you only had to remain faithful. And now the heavens themselves are delivering the manifestation you dared to hope for. Get ready to live loved. Get ready to live celebrated. Get ready to live seen, known, and embraced beyond human comprehension. You are stepping into the divine embrace you were always destined to receive. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. The angels are already rejoicing because they know the fullness of what is coming. They have watched you crawl, cry, stumble, and rise again and again. Now they are watching you cross into a season where you will dance, where you will shine, where you will reign. The throne of favor has been built, and it has your name carved into it. You are no longer living in delay, you are living in divine delivery. You are no longer battling alone, you are stepping into a fortress of love. You are no longer surviving storms, you are standing in sunshine that will not be stolen. This is your time, this is your season, this is your song rising. Type Amen to get blessing 9991.